this is Lael McDill, and I'm going to teach you how to make a little hummingbird ornament from your little hummingbird kit. So the materials that you got are 10 pieces of clay of different colors. You've got little eyeballs, and then you've got these little extra slices that are going to be for the tail. And then you've also got your little hook that we'll add in later. You've got your slicing tool, and you have a little card that's got your baking instructions, and it also is very good for chopping and scooping and spatulaing. It's a very handy little guy. So, and of course, you've already found yourself a little rolling pin. Well, a Crayola marker works really good for a rolling pin. So something like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick out 4 colors that you like for the body. We're going to do this really cool technique that makes the body. I'm going to take each one of those and warm them in your hands really good and worm them out so they get fairly long. Something kind of like that. Just depends on how soft they are, how fast it goes. I'm going to make each one of those into about the same, make them about the same length as each other. There we go. So I'm going to take these, now it's all about smashing them down. So they're going to get these nice little smashed down worms. See how they got wider? If it sticks to the surface you're working on, just use your card. You can also pick it up and kind of squish it this way. And if it gets really nice and wavy, this is a good one to get it. Super not perfect. I think mine's almost too perfect. I'm going to squish it in a little bit and squish it out a little bit. Super uneven, super wavy like that. And do that with all 4 of them. Swish away. Now, yours might be longer than mine. That's totally fine. You got this stayed kind of short. But now I'm going to think about the order. The colors that go on the outside might end up showing more. So like, I really like pink. I think I'm going to put pink on the end. Yeah, I think that'll look really cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stair stack it. So I'm going to put them on top of each other so I can still see the other color underneath. Layering them kind of like a crazy piece of bacon. This is sort of the fluffiness technique. The fluffiness twist is what I call this technique. You'll see why. So, got them layered so when I flip it over I can still see all the colors. Sort of a flat little slanty pile. Squish those together really good. And then you can use your card for this. We're going to cut it in half. Wherever you think the halfway point is with your card, and then pick it up and slide it over. Don't fold it like that. That's not a good idea. You want to pick it up and slide it over, lay them right on top of each other, same color on top of same color. See how that looks? And then give it a little stretch, just like that. Just a little bit stretched out is good. And cut it in half again and lay them on top of each other. It's getting really short, so I think I better stretch it again. Stretch away. Pull. Flatten it a little bit too if you want. You could use your rolling pin a little bit if you want to. If it feels like it's hard to get it long, sometimes that's handy. Stretch, 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 and then one more time, pick it up and slide it over. So we did it 3 times. Squish those together. well, mine's really square. I want it to be a little more rectangular. So making it a little bit longer. That's pretty good. Now, use your slicing tool to slice. You want to have a big piece and a little piece. So about a third. So slice off a chunk kind of like that. So yeah, big, small. Now let's make, this is going to get turned into the head. I'm going to take this and I'm going to, see how I've got green in one hand and pink in the other hand? So I'm kind of stretching it just a little bit, one color in each hand. If it doesn't turn out that way, it's totally fine, it'll still work. But hopefully that's an obvious way to hold it. And what we're going to do is we're going to twist it up. Sometimes it cracks a little bit, but just keep twisting. Twist it till it just can't twist anymore. Twist it like a little tiny caterpillar going into a cocoon. Then what we're going to do is we're going to set it down on the ground. We're going to make it into a little hill. So I'm smoothing it a little bit. You see how it's like a hill? So it's like a half circle, like a little hill. Then use your slicing tool and go look straight down on it and get it as even as you can. Cut it right in half and then open it like a book. Ooh, isn't that cool? So see how fun that is? And it's sort of starting to turn into a circle. So I'm going to just sort of press it a little bit so it makes it a little more like a circle. And you see how that's going to be the head of your, whoops, came apart. Well, sometimes you got to squish it together really good. But that's going to turn into the head. If you have like a little seam that's not coming together, you can push it, like roll it with a rolling pin just a little, but keep it thick. There, it's cool on both sides. So there's our head of our hummingbird. Let's set that aside, and then this is going to become the body. So what I want to do with this, I'm just going to set it on end and kind of smash it down just a little bit. So I'm going to twist this one up too, but I kind of need it to be longer. So I'm going to twist, 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 twist as much as you can. Think about that little cocoon sort of shape. It's okay if it gets a little long. This one's going to be a little longer than the other one. Well, it's more clay, so it makes sense. Could even smooth it a little if it needs it, but now here's the thing. Our slicing tool has a tape on it, so we can't slice if it's really big like that because it will run into the tape. So squish it up just a little, like that little hill. I try to make the hill as big as I can, but still fit in my slicing tool. So see how it looks like a little hill? And then I'm gonna do that same thing again. Look straight down, go straight down right in the middle, and open it like a book. Ooh, cool. That looks like birds and a heart. You'll see all kinds of cool stuff. So now this is gonna be the body. I think I'm gonna, before I squish it too much, I'm gonna just roll it just a little bit bigger. Make sure it gets stuck together really good. Make one cool shape like that. Oh, that is so pretty. Now I gotta decide which end is gonna be the tail and which is gonna be the neck. I think I'll make the tail pink. So now I'm gonna pinch just a bit to make the tail. But we're gonna be adding these onto the tail too, so I'm just pointing it out just a bit, making it a little pointy. It's up to you. You can kind of see how it looks. You don't want it to get too thin, but then you can see how the head's gonna fit. So you can change its shape just a bit if you want to. And I'm just gonna pop that head right on there. See how it's overlapping just a bit? Pop that head on there, give it a little squish. That's all it takes. That's a really fun body for a hummingbird. Now let's make the beak. So look at your colors that you have and pick out 2 colors that would be cool for a beak. Now I could go really obvious beak colors, I think, but I'm gonna go with purple and yellow. So these 2 colors are made my beak, but I only need half of it. So I'm gonna use my card, half of each color. So a little half of yellow and half of purple. Got these 2 colors for my beak, and I'm gonna take them and I'm just gonna put them together to make them like one color chunk. Then I'm gonna warm them up, maybe roll it up in your hand. warm them, and then I'm gonna worm them together, and I'm gonna start twisting. If it doesn't feel like it's warmed up enough, you can always fold it up again and really get it warm, because you don't want it to crack. So get it nice and warm, and then start twisting. So I'm rolling into a worm, twist, twist, twist. This time we're not gonna cut it open, we're just gonna keep it twisty. And it's gonna get pretty long because hummingbirds have really long beaks. Well, my yellow is eating up my purple. Sometimes that happens. But let's keep twisting and see if it comes out a little bit more. It's coming. It looks pretty cool. One end is showing more than the other. So now I'll see how long I want it. I think I'm gonna chop off a piece. I can use my card or my slicer tool. It's a really long beak. That's probably good. I chopped off some, and now I'm gonna just poke it right on there for his little beak. Let's put his eyes on, because he wants his eyes. So these little eyes came with your little packet. You're gonna take those, pop one on that side, and one on the other side, looking any which way. There he is. He looks really cool on both sides. There. Now, time for, let's put on the tail feathers, just to get them out of the way. You can put those tail feathers on any way you want. I think I'll do 1, 2, 3 with one pointing out this time. I haven't really done it that way before. There, that's fun. Okay, waiting for wings. Now, we're gonna take all of our colors we have left, even those ones that we cut in half. And there's this little scrap. I might save that scrap for later. So, any of these colors I'm gonna pick for making we're making these little polka dots. So I'm gonna choose one. I think I'll choose the yellow, and then I'm gonna choose another color that's really gonna show up good with it. That's gonna be my green. So I'm taking the smaller one of those two, which is the yellow. You don't have to choose one of your half colors, whatever you want. So I'm just choosing one color, and I'm making a very short worm. Just a short little worm like that. And then I'm gonna make a blanket for that worm. This color is becoming a blanket. I'm gonna warm it up really good. And to get that blanket to fit, I'm gonna flatten it out. I'm gonna roll it into like a pancake. It's probably gonna be kind of just like a big round circle or square. And that's probably, let's see how it fits. I'm gonna roll it right around. My worm has to get all tucked in. Ooh, that worked pretty good. Sometimes there's little parts that are sticking out. That's fine. It looks like that'll work. And rolled right around. If it doesn't wrap all the way around, it still looks really cool. Actually, it's probably a very cool technique, even if it didn't go all the way around. So, there we go. Worm in a blanket. Now it's time to snake it out. It's gonna get snaked out or noodled out. It's gonna be like a long noodle. So, snake and snake and snake and snake. Make it really long. Maybe about that long. Whatever you kind of feel like. That looks good. So save that over there. And then I'm gonna take these colors and I'm gonna start making pancakes with them. Any order I want. So I'll start with this one. And I'm just gonna warm it up. And I'm gonna smash it down. Turn it into a round pancake or square pancake, whatever. Just kind of big and flat. And there's one, and then I'm just gonna make another one, and I'm gonna just stack them up like a stack of pancakes. So, noodles and pancakes, that's what we got going on here. Makes you think about food a little bit, that always happens. Making all these pancakes, stuck them right on top. It's just, oh, that's my little bit of yellow I'm saving. Not gonna put that one in there. I could put it, but I'm gonna leave it for later. It might be handy for feet, is what I'm thinking. But we'll end up with lots of cool scraps, so just lots of different things for the feet. So make it. There we go. Pile of little pancakes like that. And now you can kind of square it up, but I don't think it matters too much. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these guys and we're gonna chop them into a whole like lineup of worms. So all just gonna be in a line right across the top of that pancake. It's a pancake with delicious worms. Sounds good. Okay, so whatever it turns out, you might run out before you get to the end, or you might have extra. You can fill it in however you want to. If you have a lot extra, you might save it. Mine worked out pretty good. Okay, give it a little roll with your rolling pin. Now, take your slicing tool, cut it in half, right in the middle. Make sure that your lines are going this way. If you turn it this way, then you won't get everybody in line. If you do that, then you won't get all the worms. You want to be able to slice all the worms. So slice it like that. That way you'll get dots when you open it up, okay? If you open it up and you don't see dots, then you might not have done it the right way, so just put it back together again. And you've got these cool little dots. So you can go that way. We're gonna put it together different ways. So that way, or this way, or that way. Boy, there's so many different ways. I should do something different than what I did before. Kind of liking that way. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So now I'm going to slice 2 wings. They're gonna be kind of thick. We don't have to use up the whole thing, but usually what I do is 2 thick wings and then there's gonna be scraps. So see how thick they are? This is actually scraps. So you might have, you know, less scraps, because you're gonna make these wings and you're gonna flatten them a little bit bigger. Make it, pinch it, make it wing shaped. Yeah, I'm liking that. Like that. Give it a little pinch. It's really coming together. Yeah, you could twirl that up however you want. Pinch both ends if you want. That's where you get to shape it. Something kind of cool. All right, these wings are gonna be great on this guy. So I'm gonna put the front wing on just like that. And now the back wing, we are going to put the hook on at the same time. So flip them over. And before you put your wing on, you're gonna put your hook right in between there. See how it gets kind of stuck, but it wouldn't stay there because you gotta have something holding it there, and the wing is gonna hold it there. So I'm gonna get that little wing right there. That looks cool. Oh, these colors turned out really fun. Now, all I've got to do is maybe some little feet. I've got these little scraps and I've got these little scraps. I think what I'll do is take just a couple little bits off of this. Yeah, I think I'll just use my wings. So what I'm going to do is make a little ball for one. This could be for both the feet. It looks kind of big for one foot. Yeah, I'm gonna take my ball and then I'm gonna cut the ball in half. And then I've got this like little pancake sort of shape. I just gave it a little pinch with my fingers. And then I'm going to make the toes with my cart, just denting like that. And then open it up just a bit, just whatever you want. Little fingers like that. And then just pop right on there. Other side, give it a little smash. There we go. Open up those little fingers. And I'm just going to pop that other one just right on the other side. Make it just show a little bit. Now, I always really like to put something on your head. So I'm going to take maybe a slice off of this and give it a little pinch. You can do anything you want. You could put a hat on his head if you wanted to. But I think he just looks like he needs something on his head. You could even add lots of feathers. You know, it's totally up to you. Somebody give him a little fancy head feather. There he is. That looks fun. So your instructions are on the back. You're $2.75 for 30 minutes on your card. And bake them up, and then you can hang them up outside, inside, anywhere that it'll make you smile. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.